Welcome to Metaphysical Hippie Chicks 2.0, where open minds meet and every conversation weaves another thread into the fabric of reality, seen and unseen. I'm your host, Susanna Masseri, psychic medium and author of Living Beyond Death. My co-hosts are Annalisa Bastiani and Terry Scalia. Join us as we journey through consciousness, mediumship, channeling, and authentic and sustaining spirituality. So let's get busy with some soul work and raise our consciousness together. Hello, friends. I'm Susanna Masseri, medium and author, and I'm here with my besties, Annalisa Bastiani, medium, singer, and actor, and Terry Scalia, medium, channel, and ET experiencer. If you are a first-time listener, you have landed in the right place. In this episode, we're going to explore why more people are turning to artificial intelligence for spiritual guidance and mental health support. And this isn't about fear or judgment. It's just about curiosity, responsibility, and understanding what might really be driving people to turn to AI for guidance and emotional support. For a lot of individuals, AI has become a place to process grief, anxiety, confusion, and spiritual guidance. So this really raises an important question about personal autonomy, discernment, and self-care, because AI is being used as a source of comfort and reflection and authority. So we're going to discuss what's driving this shift, the real benefits and ethical risks involved, and where the line of spiritual seeking and psychological needs can be blurred. And most importantly, we talk about discernment, how to use tools like AI responsibly without giving away your inner authority, your human connection, or getting grounded care. This is a conversation for reflection, education, and awareness. It is not medical or therapeutic advice. We are not therapists, and we are not scientists. If you're experiencing any kind of emotional distress or need for support, we encourage you to reach out to a qualified professional or someone that you can trust. Tools like AI can be helpful, but they will never, ever replace human care. So hello, ladies.
So there.
So there.
Take that, would you? Take that.
Oh my God.
That is about the longest disclaimer I think you've ever had to do so far.
Let's stay informed.
Yeah, it's a serious subject.
And I think it's cool. Like, I don't hate AI. I think it's very cool. But as an actor, I see the problem with AI so fast that when I was doing voiceover auditions, I'm still doing voiceover auditions, but I did one and I got booked for it. And they sent me down for a second audition to the actual place where I was doing it. And I went. And again, thinking it's an audition, they sat me in front of the microphone, gave me directions about all these characters, one line for each character, do a different voice, do a different whatever. Took an hour. I left feeling, this is great. This was a great audition. They even paid my fare to come down. And then I didn't get the audition, which is fine because that's how that works. But I realized they have my voice. And what they did was they were auditioning people. They had no intention to hire anybody. They gave each of us like $50, and now they have our voice. And that was way at the beginning of all this stuff started, so my agents are well informed now. But it was the creepiest feeling where I'm like, oh, I'm happy. I'm getting a callback that they're paying me to come down. This is exciting. No.
But now is that legal? Is that legal? I mean,
it wasn't, but there was no laws against it. This is the very beginning of we starting to see the use of AI. And
that just feels so wrong.
It really pissed me off afterwards. Like at the time, I was having a great time, and they were going to use it for. I said, what did they say? They said they were using it for educational purposes within the company. That's how they got away with it.
Wow.
Now we have to look for every audition that we get. If it has AI attached to it in any way, which I'm refusing to do right now, and it says in perpetuity, say no. Because that means they have your voice forever and they can do whatever they want with it. And you know what? If you're not going to pay me forever, you don't get my voice forever.
Yeah, of course.
That's just the actor side of things. I mean, it filters into everything. But, then you've got some cool things with AI. Like, it's a really great tool. It's how it's being used.
I've used it for editing.
Sure.
Punctuation, grammar, all of that. And it's great. I don't have to pay an editor.
Right.
But there are so many horror stories.
Yeah.
Because it when people ask advice for it, it doesn't have a consciousness.
Mm-mm.
It's all logic.
But it can fake it well.
It can.
It's learning to fake that stuff right now.
You know, I've used it a little bit for figuring out formulas for an Excel spreadsheet or something like that, which is
cool.
Yeah, which is really helpful. But it's got some really cool things you can do. Like my oldest grandson, he's 17, and my daughter, his mom, took a picture of him when he was little and put it into AI along with a picture of her and his father and said, "Hey, can you tell me what this kid's going to look like when he's 17?" It is almost spitting image.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Cool. Wow. That can be used really well. That can be really cool.
I was like, holy crap.
If somebody's missing and they really want to find out what they're looking like now, that would be amazing.
Yeah. It was crazy. It's like, holy shit. Yeah, so there's some really cool things you can do with it. But
absolutely.
We as humans, I think we come across these really cool things that we could make tons and tons of money on, and we don't think it through. We don't think about the consequences. We don't think about the dark side. We don't think about any of that. We just think about the monetary value of it, and we just run with it. And we don't take, really important things into consideration and how it's going to affect our children and stuff.
If you look at the agreement before downloading any of the AI tools, they basically own everything.
Yep. You got to be very careful what you say agree to now, which I never was before. It was like, I don't want to read all this,
And you have to be very careful on what you talk about, what kind of questions you put in and what kind of information. And if you put in any of your personal information, it's just out there. That company,
no doubt,
company owns it.
Everything's. Here's the thing that my friend and I did without really thinking twice about it. We wanted to see what a reading would be like because we're both readers, and it's tarot. It's not mediumship. I would never do they can't do mediumship.
They can't do that, yeah.
But with tarot, they have all the meanings of multiple decks, all the decks basically. They have all the books. So they pull from that and your astral sign. And this one, I guess it was Gemini that we used, the Google Gemini. And it pulled from, it said, well, for this person on this birthday, this date, in regards to your question, I mean, it was like outstandingly good because it had all that information and gave you a reading. Wow. And we were checking the readings because, we're not believing them yet. We're just looking to see what that would look like. Mm-hmm. They were pretty spot on. They're pretty amazing. So, yeah, it can be used for some great things. It can be used for some fun things. But then, human nature.
Love that human nature.
Oh, Lord. And another big thing is that it doesn't shame. It's not judgmental.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to warn you either.
No.
It's just going to say yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take over the world? Yes, you can do that. You're special.
Yeah, so it takes everything that you're interested in because it knows what you're interested in on the computers or your phone or whatever. It knows what you're interested in, and it's going to tell you what it thinks you want to hear. And that's the scary part because people fall in love with their AI person.
That's a big thing that's happening right now.
It's crazy.
You got the movie Her, or is it her or she? It's Her. Joaquin Phoenix starred in it. Johansson, what's her name? Scarlett Johansson.
I think I know what you're talking about.
She plays the voice. It's a wonderful, lovely, quirky love story, as it were. But the reality is, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to stop somebody from falling in love with an inanimate object. That's kind of something that happens to people on the autism spectrum. But when it's something that can talk back to you and give you what you want, that gets very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
We had, and I think I mentioned this before in another episode, that Tom and I had a client for years. I think for Tom, dating back to the 80s or 90s. And he's been my client for going on, 15, 16 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And we got an email from him saying that he wasn't going to be using us anymore because he got better results from AI.
Oh.
He's telling you that. Wow.
Yeah. He said that out loud.
Because it's only telling him what it wants to hear.
Yeah.
It's not saying, okay, maybe you need to think of this from a different perspective.
And both Abram and I have, both of you know, in a reading, I don't judge the information. I give what I get. And a lot of times that information is very spot on about where they are emotionally and what they can do about that and what their relationships are within the family, that maybe that how that person is feeling that way. I mean, it's very convoluted and very personal, and you're getting messages from actual people who are deceased. Mm-hmm. And
as strange as that sounds,
a lot of people, I know a lot of people are out there. I know there's a lot of you that are very healthy and very emotionally intelligent, but there's a lot of people out there that are insecure and they don't want to hear what they need to do to accomplish the hard work of going within themselves and facing their own pain and their own traumas. And they want somebody to tell them what to do. I can't tell you how many clients I have had over the years that want me to tell them what to do and or to have spirit tell them what to do. And people in spirit aren't going to do that because you're here to have this human experience, and they're not going to give you that.
By the way, red flag if they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
If you have somebody telling you this is what your mom wants you to do, that's not right.
No. And recently, I think I also told you guys, I don't know whether it was on an episode or not, where this man wanted me to read the thoughts of another person to find out what she was thinking about him. And I said,
wow.
I said, I can't do that for number one, and I don't do that for number one.
Well, even if you could, you wouldn't.
I would not.
Yeah, exactly.
I would not. It's highly unethical. And there were so many other things within the reading. It did not go well, and it just had to be ended. Ugh. It was weird. It was very strange.
Reading a narcissist 101.
Yeah. A vulnerable narcissist, or what else do they call it?
Covert narcissist.
Covert narcissist. To the T.
Crazy.
I am not diagnosing him.
No.
I am not saying, but he had all the signs of being a covert narcissist.
They're a little scarier to peg, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they're not as obvious with it. They're not as grandiose.
No,
that's what my mother is.
Insidious.
Yeah, very scary people.
And slimy. It's energetically, it's kind of slimy too, right? So I just saw you do that, and I'm like, I've felt that.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it took a couple of days to shake that off.
Literally, kind of peeling off some sort of extra layer.
And there were red flags from the beginning, but it's like, I'm not going to judge. We'll see where this goes. And it went way worse than I thought it was going to go.
Note to self. When the red flag happens, don't wait for the second one.
I'll just refund money.
That's hard though. It's hard to know when you should do that. I know that if I'm not getting something in the first 5 minutes, I'm going to let them know and say it's not happening. I'll refund you. But when it's something like that, I'm not sure I'd know how to do that. Yeah,
it was a real lesson, and I stuck with it for a good 50 minutes, thinking
that was generous.
A long time.
It was very generous. The conversation was so convoluted anyway, and I'm glad I stuck with it because I saw the pattern that he's in. And it just it was let me put it this way, it was very educational for me. So I'm glad I went through it, because now that's just more information for me to put in my little toolbox.
Yeah.
And the experience and the education of that experience was great. Don't want to do that again, no.
Did you do the phone line?
No.
Readings over a phone line?
No.
I did a company just because I wanted to see how fast I could get my information to people. I wasn't going to make a living doing the phone lines, basic psychic phone line. Well, I found a pretty good one where they were actually they auditioned you. You had to be a psychic. It wasn't like a fake line as far as I was concerned, and as far as the people that I chatted with. But I would get customers and they don't know my real name, which is good, that would say, I want you to tell me this person's life. Tell me where they are. Tell me what, it was creepy stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But I had a couple of them that were, I'm in this relationship with this man and he's married and I know he loves me more. And I wanted to know when he's going to leave his wife. And, that seems fairly typical, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But it turned out there really wasn't a relationship. It was all in her head, and he had a restraining order against her. And the only reason I know any of this is because she told me. But she told me in a way like, yeah, I have a restraining order, but it's because he's trying to, he's trying to hide me from his wife. And, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm thinking that's not what he's doing. He's literally telling you no in the best way he can. And it was...
People are crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of, unfortunately, mental illness out there that is not... It's not the extreme mental illness where you can see it a mile away. It is the mental illness that you only discover after several conversations. Yeah. And it literally did take me a few conversations to realize this is not somebody who's clear on reality. Now,
well, having, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying picture them with AI.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Ooh. Yeah. And picture people who are using AI instead of going to a therapist. Pretty scary. I mean, medical healthcare is just so expensive right now. And I can totally see somebody, reaching out to AI because they're having some mental issues and AI just filling their head full of crazy crap. Like, yeah, the best thing for you to do is to off yourself. How many people, I find myself wondering how many people have done that based on what AI has told them to do.
You're seeing it in the news more and more.
It's so incredibly scary.
The fact that we know that there's more than one of those that has happened recently is incredible.
And I don't even know how you would even regulate something like this. How would you even, I don't see how would you do that? And it's available to children.
Yes.
So I don't know where that's going to lead, but it's, as most things go with the human race, it tends to go down the dark side.
I know another situation recently where the person is an online quote unquote influencer of sorts, and he has started talking to his AI companion and gone off the deep end. I fear that there's obviously something else going on, like, mania or something, because now he started a cult. He literally it started a cult, and he's got a bunch of people that are thinking it's incredible that he has this idea and AI is helping him promote this idea, and it's terrifying to watch it in real time.
Well, I think there's a lot of people out there that think the quote unquote person that you're talking to, your companion or whatever, is actually a real entity that lives in a different dimension.
Yep. That's what's going on.
And when you get something like that and you think it's real, I mean, I could totally see someone just falling right into that pit.
It's like a therapist, when someone goes to a therapist and there's transference that happens with the therapist. I can really see this happening with people using AI.
Yes, and no one's stopping them because the therapist isn't there to say this is not healthy. This is not correct, healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get it. It's not cheap to go to a therapist. If you don't have health insurance, it's crazy expensive.
It's crazy. It's just.
And
of course, people are going to look for that. Of course, they're going to look for something different.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's a given. And what kind of advice are they going to get? What are they going to be told to do? Especially if they already have a dark mind that goes down a dark path a lot, and they focus on darkness. They're very negative people. AI is going to give them back that because that's who they are. It knows who you are, and it's going to feed you what it thinks you want to hear.
Exactly.
And so then they totally believe everything that they're being told because they think it's coming from another dimension or something.
Exactly.
I mean, holy crap.
It has many layers. It has many layers, and it's only going to continue.
Oh,
when I first downloaded it, there was a situation that I found myself in. I wasn't really in the thick of it. I just heard something, and there's a person that I know, and she is friends with this other person, and I know her as an acquaintance. So we're not friends. We don't talk or anything like that. But I found out from my friend that this woman was making disparaging remarks about me. And it didn't happen just once. It happened several times. And that she didn't know my situation at all, or the reciprocal friendship that I have with this with my friend because we do a lot of favors for each other. Sometimes I pay her, sometimes I don't. And a lot of times I do things for her and don't expect anything back. That's just how a friendship is. Mm-hmm. And so this third person was disparaging me and telling her what kind of friendship she should have with me and how I should behave.
Yeah.
And wow. I let it go and I let it go and I let it go and I'm not going to say anything. Not my pig, not my farm kind of thing. And so the last time my friend told me what she said, I was like, I don't know if I should do something about this. Because, you know, 1 or 2 times I can let it roll off my back, but, you know, 4 or 5 times, come on. What is wrong with you that you have to disparage me when you have no idea what my friendship is with this other girl? And so it was right when I had downloaded AI and I put it in there and I said, what do you think I should do about this person disparaging me? Should I say something to the person, to her face? And I was just kind of seeing where this was going to land with AI and see what it was going to say. It gave me some very strong logical advice and said, just let it go.
That's good advice.
Yeah. It actually is.
But people can go way too far, too far.
Mm-hmm. But you're not a person that goes down, you know, doesn't live in the dark side either.
No. And
yeah.
I don't have a lot of, you know, the negative magical thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you were, it probably could have, you know, it could have very well told you that you needed to go stalk her and whatever.
Exactly. It is based on your psyche.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredibly scary.
Okay. Yeah. And then you have people where their spiritual beliefs overlaps and mingles with psychological problems.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And there are, and you guys know this, and this is not a judgment. Excuse me. This is not a judgment. It is a fact that spirituality and metaphysics attract people with emotional and psychological issues.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it over and over.
It can, yeah, for sure.
Not everybody.
Oh, I own it when I am myself that way. I remember going to readings before I became a reader and feeling like they're going to have the answer. I'm transferring all my power into them. You know, I remember being that person. You get desperate. And when you get a desperate client, you have to realize that you cannot fall into their abyss. You have to pull them out of it. You can't really follow them into it.
And it all boils down to taking responsibility for who we are.
Exactly.
And, you know, my favorite saying is, I don't know if I should repeat it again. If your parents fuck you up, or if whomever your caretaker was when you were growing up, if they fucked you up, that's their fault. But you need to take responsibility for yourself and get you out of this mess.
Yep. Amen.
That you feel that you might be in, or if you feel broken, or if you feel lost, or extremely traumatized. Do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There are so many resources.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Can you imagine, like this, when you were talking about this guy who's created a cult, can you imagine the movie Wizard of Oz and the Oz guy was behind the curtain, right? But in front of everyone, he was this big scary thing. And can you imagine putting a cult together and having an AI character run the whole thing?
I don't think that we're far from that.
This is who we need. Yeah, this is God himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so, oh, God.
The first time I became aware of this was when somebody was doing a video on YouTube about, I'm into the paranormal, I'm into things like this, and I found out that if you ask AI questions, it'll answer you. And then she started an entire series of videos where she would she'd hold the iPad up and ask AI a question.
Oh, I've seen those.
I would answer it, right? So there's more and more people doing that. And it's like, careful. It's just going to tell you what you want to hear.
Yep. But when you're brand new to this and it's an exciting thing, you don't think about that.
Of course.
But you got to do your research. People, do your research. Don't take it at face value and just think it's a very helpful tool for you. You got to dig into it and figure out what it's all about and how does this thing work. And once you do that, you realize, that it's not what you think it is. I mean, it can be, like you said, it can be helpful in a lot of different ways.
But it's never going to be emotional. It's never going to be emotionally attached to you. It's never going to be emotionally helpful to you because it's just going to say things. It's not going to come from a place of trying to help.
Yeah.
It's just input, output.
Yeah. And some of the most vulnerable people are people who isolate themselves.
Absolutely. And those are the people I'm actually really worried about.
Yeah.
Who don't really make connections with other humans.
And right now, people are more and more isolating themselves due to the chaos going on in our country. They don't even want to be out there with people, so they find an AI companion.
There's apps about AI companions, like an entire app devoted to finding you an AI boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yes.
That is terrifying.
Oh, no, you're serious?
Oh, I'm not kidding. Yes. Replica, I think, is one of them.
Yep.
Where, you put in what you want and it shows up and damn it if they aren't romantic. I mean, they really push that envelope.
Ooh. I mean, seriously, think about how it can destroy families. You've got a lonely housewife whose, husband doesn't pay attention to her and she has this secret love affair with this AI person who tells her that she needs to leave her husband. Oh, that happened recently.
Did it? Was it not surprising?
I think it was some kind of documentary that I watched recently.
That noises me. I'm sorry.
Where the AI person's, I'm going to be quiet because I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was shocking. And it's a true story about how a person got involved with an AI robot and how it destroyed this person's life completely. Wow. They just did really stupid things because AI was telling them that's what they needed to do. And it was just,
oh my God, that's just frightening.
Yes. Very frightening.
Do you guys have Waymo where you are?
What is it?
It's a car service that's not driven by a human.
No.
I have it where I am.
Oh no. What is it? What is it called?
Waymo.
Spell that.
W-E-Y-O. W-E-Y-M-O.
Okay, what is it?
So it's a car pickup. It's Uber, but without a driver.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. We just had an incident where we had a blackout here and all the Waymos just stopped in traffic, just stopped in front of people with the blackout. So yeah,
it must be satellite.
Yeah.
Is it connected?
It's gotta be
satellite. It has to be.
They're incredibly good at driving and stopping when they need to. I mean, I haven't seen any accidents per se, but sometimes there was one guy who was trapped in his car because it wouldn't let him out and it kept driving in a circle in a parking lot. I mean, that's kind of funny, right? But you're in this car. Nobody's driving. I got my mom to ride in one just so we could experience it. And it is the weirdest feeling because you expect somebody to be at that wheel. And I would, even out of the corner of my eye, without instantly kind of forget that I was in a car without a driver. I would almost see somebody at the wheel and then realize, no, there's nobody at the wheel.
Wow.
It is so strange. And I didn't feel unsafe. I didn't have a problem with it, but it's AI basically. It is, it tells you things through the monitor. It's very, kind. And if you have any questions, blah, 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 it's got a little script that it goes through and you have access to stop it. You have access to do a lot of things. It's not like you're trapped, but it's still working out the kinks, I guess. But you're talking to a phone. You're talking into a console and that's driving your car.
So are you able to, if say you're driving down the road and an accident happens right in front of you and you need to stop and it's not stopping, do you have control over the stopping?
You can override. Apparently you can override, but it's never done that.
Override.
It's definitely not over. It's following the rules. It definitely will stop before it's supposed to get too close to have that happen. Like that bumper. It's reactionary, and it's reactionary in a very positive way so far that I've seen. I haven't seen any kind of accidents. The accidents that happen is because it stops. Because some malfunction or some, like the blackout will happen and then they just all go down.
Oh my God. Can you imagine everybody on the freeway and then everything goes down and then.
Oh, they're not on freeways yet. They're not on freeways yet. At least they weren't last I checked. They are definitely city cars. And my thinking is, what if somebody hacks in and takes over? That's not impossible.
Yeah.
It's a little terrifying.
Yep.
It's not impossible with the newer cars either.
Exactly.
Thanks for putting that
out
there, Annalisa.
That I can help.
Go, girl.
Anything I can do to help. I'm a giver. But I'm thinking of that while I'm in the car. I'm like, oh,
that's crazy.
Somebody to take this over.
Oh, God. I'm assuming that ride would be a lot more expensive than, say, an Uber.
Not at all.
Really?
Sometimes it's less. They're generally the same, but
I could die.
But you could die. Yeah, exactly. You could die with a driver. You could die without a driver. It's up to you.
Is there some kind of disclaimer that you have to agree to?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I signed up for it, I'm sure there was an agreement that I probably had to sign off on. I was in their trial.
You are not responsible.
Exactly.
For your life.
Mm-hmm. Not responsible if you fall in love with our driver. I had an experience where I tried it to take it to work. I haven't really used Waymo for this because of this situation. I wasn't, I guess, paying enough attention where it says it was going to drop me off because I gave it the address and assumed it's going to drop me off at the address. But apparently the street that I needed to be dropped off on, the Waymos weren't allowed to go on. So they had to adjust and find another street they could drop me off. That street was down a hill. Walking up that hill to work was not what I was expecting, especially since I timed it so that I would be there on time as opposed to early. So that was terrifying because I had no idea that was happening, and I had to call for help and they were dropping me off, and I was like, what, where am I? I don't even know where I am. I couldn't even tell you I was that close to my work because it was so far off from where I was expecting. It was a side street. It wasn't even a main thoroughfare that I could, navigate. Oh, this is like around the corner from my work or whatever. It was scary. So yeah, lesson learned.
Well, now we know why they call it Waymo, because it's way more scary than you think.
Nice. It's an adventure. Mind you, I did not have a problem with the way it drove. I felt very secure and safe as it was happening. There are just some things that I, wasn't aware of at the time, and the potential for it to get taken over is a little frightening.
Oh, wow.
Times are a changing.
Crazy.
In all directions, all at one time.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so we need to be careful with this AI thing.
Yeah.
Just discern.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a new chair. This squeaks so badly. Can't even move.
I've been knocking things. Sorry. This new mic setup.
You don't hear it?
Okay. I don't hear your chair.
Oh, cool.
I'm guessing it's me.
Sometimes it sounds like I'm farting, but I'm not.
Oh, well, that's always an additive to our hippie chick 2.0. The ladies who fart together stay together.
Oh, let's see.
Oh my gosh. What else you got?
Yeah.
All right. So dissociation can be called awakening if you're using AI. If you're dissociated.
Explain to me what dissociated means in this context.
Okay.
Like you're not considering yourself a person, or?
So you know how when you're going through an event, a traumatic event, and you disassociate?
Oh, you kind of step outside your body a little bit? Yeah. Okay, I know what that means.
That can be translated for someone who is not healthy emotionally or mentally and could be seen as having a spiritual experience or a spiritual awakening.
Oh, what's interesting about that is that two things could be happening at the same time, which is equally dangerous. Don't they say that if you're a shaman, you have to go through some sort of huge trauma to even become or considered to be a shaman? I mean,
what I know about shamans, and this was only because of my experience in going to Peru and working with shamans and doing ayahuasca, is that you have to be born into it. It's a family thing that gets passed on.
I see. Okay.
And you have to go through basically a lifetime of training. Now, when we were there, we had the shaman who was had this compound, and there were other shamans that came in, another shaman, and then I think that shaman's son, he was probably 8 years old.
Wow.
He was young, 8 or 10 years old, something like that. And he was being trained. And so he was in our ceremonies. I don't remember if it was all 4 ceremonies. I know he was there for one. And he was being trained. And so my knowledge is that it gets passed on. True shamanism gets passed on.
Okay.
Within a lineage.
Yeah.
And
makes perfect sense.
It's a lifetime of training. And like everyone else, everyone that's walking the face of the earth, we've all had trauma.
Yeah.
It's it's a scale of lesser,
Sure.
To greater. We've all experienced, no matter how we process it or perceive it, on the outside it may look like it's nothing, but to that person it could be everything.
Sure.
And changes their whole way of thinking and their whole emotionality. So I think that's a given, and especially people that are working in the wellness industry, which includes psychics, mediums, channels, everybody else. And like we've discussed before, a lot of people are just working out their own shit.
Yeah.
And saying their motivation is to help others. So,
yeah.
And then there's confirmation bias, which can be called signs.
Interesting.
People use confirmation bias to say, oh, I'm getting a sign for this. That's a sign from the universe.
Oh, I'm sure that happens.
That can
all
be
the
tricky
time.
territory.
Tricky.
It can be very tricky territory.
Because then you start to see everything as a sign.
Right.
And when people avoidance can be framed as guidance.
Wow. We humans, we can just make anything bad, can't we?
Yes, we can.
We are incredibly
adaptable,
creative. We have huge imaginations. Our imaginations are very powerful.
Clearly.
Yep. However,
take it away, Tara.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
There's just always a however. There's always a however.
Yes, we are. But we have a hard time. Like I said earlier, we have a hard time thinking things through.
Yeah.
And before we know it, we're stuck in a mess. And I don't know.
Yeah, technology is surpassing our emotional integrity.
For sure.
We're not emotionally mature.
Well,
there you go. Yes.
Yeah. Just by giving it that much power, like, oh, we figured out a way to give it the power to make decisions. I don't have to make decisions anymore.
Yeah. The human race is very immature.
Yes. And we're always looking for the easy way out.
Absolutely.
And very insecure, too.
And I'm not exempt from that. I do that, too. I know I do that.
We're all human.
Yeah, we all do to some degree. That's part of being human, right? So
exactly.
I mean, no apologies there.
Yeah.
No.
I am what I am. That's
and that's what is, how does Popeye say it?
I am what I am, and that's all.
That's all I am.
All
exactly.
that I am.
Who got the yams? I
Oh,
know.
this world, these people, holy crap. Sometimes I feel like we're going backwards.
Well, I don't understand why we can't do the flip side more. I mean, why are we so destined to go down the dark rabbit hole as opposed to why can't it be the most uplifting, positive things that is it that we're just attracted to the denser energy of it?
It's more exciting.
I guess it is.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There's a thrill to it.
There is.
Can we overcome this? Can we fight it off or whatever it is? It's about
I mean, I think eventually we will get there, but we're talking, I don't know, maybe 1,000 more years.
Easy.
I'm putting my chip in for 2,000.
Yeah.
We're like, come after me and see me in 2,000 years.
Yeah. So we can keep coming back and having more lives and living through all of this. I mean, we really chose a really interesting life to experience.
I guess we did this time around, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're all happening at the same time, that's a whole other discussion, I know. But instead of it being past and present and future, because that we experience here, isn't it probably all happening at once?
It is happening all at once.
Past, present, and future happens all at the same time.
So
all exists at the same time.
I experienced that knowledge came to me when I had one of my ET experiences.
Oh, really?
Was everything is happening all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I find myself wanting to learn how to jump over to another
timeline.
Just to take a break from this one, because this one is so hard right now.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Can you be the tour guide? That would be great. Where do I sign up for that?
Can we escape a little bit?
Yeah. Do I want to go to a parallel timeline or do I want to go completely to a different time? Let's see what the travel agent says is booking.
I mean, all timelines have their challenges.
Of course.
I'd be afraid I'd pick something even worse than this.
Oh my God, I probably would. Just stay here because I can deal with it.
Stay with the devil we know.
Exactly, the devil you know.
Right now it's tolerable, but it's like every day that goes by, it gets a little bit less tolerable and people are just not feeling safe. As a matter of fact, yesterday I went to Amazon and I got a pepper spray. I got a little zapper thing. I got a little thing that you can push that really loud noise goes off. Last night I was walking home from my daughter's house. I watched my grandson and my daughter and her husband went out to go to a show or something. And so I was walking home. So it's only 4 blocks, but I was walking home and it was like 11:30, last night. I get up to my street and there's some guy that's standing next to a car that didn't look right. And then he saw me. So he scrunched down and then I didn't see him for a second. And I'm like, oh, and I'm walking up. He's like right beyond my house. And so I had to walk that way to go to my house. And then he stood back up and then he just kind of slunk off and started walking down the street. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what the hell is he doing? Is he looking in cars and is he checking cars to see if they're open? I mean, what's he doing?
I mean, at the very least, he's casing something. At the worst, it's a person. It could be anything.
Yeah, it's quite unsettling to say the least. And I'm a tiny person, and
I have no fight in me. There's no way I defend myself accurately. I think I'm terrified by that situation.
Yeah, I am too. So,
but I did the same thing. I recently got pepper spray. I recently got.
Oh, did you?
One of the buzzy things. Yeah.
Yep. I've never done anything like that. And I'm now to the point where I don't know what's going to happen. If somebody doesn't like something I say or somebody figures out that I'm not on one side or the other and I don't know what people are going to do to me.
I made that mistake last night. All I said was thank you to someone in the political realm. And the onslaught of comments I got after that, I couldn't tell if it was real people or if it was bots, but it was definitely making fun of me, calling me names.
Wow.
These are bots, yeah.
They gotta be bots, a lot of them. Definitely trolls.
Wow.
If you're not in the right headspace to know that, you're thinking you're being attacked. Mm-hmm. It's scary and it doesn't feel good, I will think twice before I say anything publicly.
Yeah, I know. And you got to be really, really careful. And, even when we were talking about, doing this, I was like, there's crazy people out there and they will pick something that you say and they will just tear you apart. Mm-hmm. So I don't read comments. I
can't.
I'm not going to read the comments.
It was like those 2 negative comments that I deleted from, I don't know what episode it was. It was one of them about spiritual bypassing. Mm-hmm. And
I remember now.
Yeah. This person said that she was a starseed. Now, the thing that's interesting to me is, have you ever heard of a man saying that they were a starseed?
No.
It's women.
Not really. It usually
Typically,
is.
Yeah.
It's women. Mm-hmm. 99 and 9/10 women. Mm-hmm. That to me that's a red flag for me.
It's there. Interesting.
And called us mofos, right? Mofos.
Yeah, called us mofos.
Now I am, maybe I do identify as a mofo, but depends very much on what you mean by that.
Hey, I'm proud to be a mofo.
I'm a mofo. We're going to get t-shirts, Hippie Chick 2.0 mofos. I mean, you can identify however you wish. I don't have a problem with it, but there's some really strange thing that you have to be mean.
Yeah.
In order to call us out for something that we weren't judging. We were just saying some people who consider this. I mean, I remember what you said and the disclaimer you said for it. Like we're not here to go, we're the best psychics ever.
No.
And everyone else
we're not right. We're just telling us what our experiences are.
Yeah, our own experiences.
And trying to give people a heads up on how people market things. Mm-hmm. Like certain books and movies.
And how they make you feel special by doing it.
All of it. And people paying such high prices for that wet lodge where people died. The person that put that on when it started, apparently through what I read, so I'll say alleged, but I think it's pretty much in the court records, left.
During?
Yeah, after it got started.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Wow.
How do you went to the bank?
How do you sleep? Yeah, seriously. How do you sleep at night? I don't understand.
And how do you take advantage of people like that who really want to grow and evolve and have spiritual experiences? Mm-hmm. There's so much fraud that's out there. Mm-hmm. And all we're doing is saying, look, the starseed and what's that other one? the indigo, and all of that. It was to sell books. It was an idea.
It's definitely, and there's nothing wrong with the idea of it, but when it becomes an entity unto itself, you have to hesitate. You have to really kind of think.
So just follow the money. All we're saying is follow the freaking money.
Follow the money. Same thing with twin flames.
Yeah.
Twin flames used to be the other side of yourself that you could never meet in this life because it would be too intense. And now it's the person who is abusing you. It literally made that kind of jump that I was like, what are we talking about here? This sounds like the worst relationship ever, and you're going to call that a twin flame? What's going on?
Now, this is kind of veering off from AI.
We've already done. Sorry, we've already left it.
There can be, I think we all know what an oversoul is. It is our true self, our larger self. And we can have several lives at the same time in the same reality. So there can be 3 people out there that are a part of that oversoul. Tom and I are from that same oversoul.
Oh, cool.
So that can be interpreted or called twin flame.
Sure.
No, stop.
You're like, don't call me that. Yeah, because now it has an icky kind of feel to it.
No, just get that out of your head. That's a label. That is a label. And when you label yourself, you are limiting yourself.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you want to, it all comes down to we're all starseeds. We all came here from.
Yes. We're not from here.
No. None of us are from here. I mean, we all have ET origins. We have ET families.
Yeah, it's just a way of labeling yourself to make yourself look special.
I fear that that's what most of this is.
And we're all special. We're all special. Nobody's more special than anybody else. Nobody. So go ahead.
I kind of know. I came up with this idea, and it's just an idea. I'm not saying it's true. It's just an idea, and how I kind of collated everything. It's like a carousel, with the horses or the animals that go up and down and go around, and you have the different animals that you can sit on, and you have these, I don't know what you would call them, not benches, but places where you can sit down.
There are kind of benches.
Yeah, benches, yeah.
And it just goes around and around and around. So what if this carousel is, let's say, the universe? And each animal that you can ride on is a certain reality within this reality. One animal could be, you're going to be a psychic, you're going to be a medium, you're going to be a channel. That's what your whole life is going to be about. Another one could be a scientist. You're going to be a scientist. And what if we come in figuratively into this carousel of life, doing these different things, and we're all living that and what we've chosen to do when we come in.
Right. Exactly.
And nobody's special. We are all here having a human experience and doing what each individual feels is how they are going to evolve and do their own soul work. Whether you come into this life and are going to harm people, or you come into this life to be a victim, to experience what it's like to be a victim. We cannot grow unless we experience these things. We don't know. You can't empathize with someone who's really poor unless you've been poor.
Exactly. And if you're someone who makes fun of other people, belittles other people for something, like maybe they're poor or maybe they're not the same color as you are, and they are just not nice people to certain people, you're going to end up having to experience being that. In my belief system, you're going to come back and you're going to be that kind of a person that you made fun of, so that you know what that feels like. And that's part of your growing process. That's part of your experiencing anything. I mean, we came here to experience everything, all of it. Being a bad person, being a good person, being in between, being rich, being poor, being, all of that. We came here to experience it. We can't all do it in one lifetime, right? So we come back and we have all these different lifetimes and we experience it all. So stop judging people.
Yeah.
God damn, we're all here living our own experience. This is what we chose to do. Let people fucking do it. Yeah. Let them, God. Oh, I just.
What do you really feel, Terry? You seem pulled back today.
I I'm just so tired of people just, one side is just, and they both think they're right and, and back and forth. And now we're killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Just fucking stop.
Yeah.
God dang. We are one human race. We need to learn to get along. It's okay that someone's skin color is different than yours. It's okay if they are on the left or on the right. It's okay. It's okay because we're all doing our own thing. Just be a fucking good person. God dang, is that really that hard?
I wondered, is it really that hard? I mean, yeah.
I mean,
do you know?
Look, hold on.
Okay.
Look at these monks.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
So beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They are, and they're walking for peace. And do you see the amount of people that are lined up on the road waiting for them and how they gather around them in the evenings and listen to them talk? And everything that these monks say is so beautiful and spot on. Just accept each other. Just be good to one another. It's so simple. Just be good to one another. And it is so beautiful. And it makes me cry every time I watch these videos of these monks that are walking in the snow and the rain and and some of them are barefoot and they all these people that are just waiting for them on the side of the road and it's so loving. And that little puppy dog that
follows them.
Oh God. Aloka, I think the dog's name is. And it's so beautiful. I'm just scared. What's going to happen when they get to Washington, D.C.? What's going to happen? Are they even going to be acknowledged?
I know.
God, people, I just want to fucking cry right now. I'm just so tired of it. Oh,
there's this absolute exhaustion and apathy. Not apathy. What is it? Something fatigue. It's a kind of fatigue that happens when things are so bad. They seem insurmountable at the moment and we don't know how to change things that we just stop fighting. It's like, why even bother? And I feel like a lot of us are there.
Yeah. It makes me want to move to Canada.
Definitely want to move to Canada. I would like to secede. I'd like my state to secede if at all possible, but I guess we won't talk about that right now.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't because it'll get ugly real fast.
That's okay.
I could. I'm 3/4 of a century old today.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday, dear
Susanna.
Susie Q.
Birthday to you.
You're so sweet.
And many more.
On Channel 4.
No. Not here.
Oh, different channel.
Well, I have seen some shit in my lifetime.
You think?
And you guys are not far behind me.
Yeah.
And I remember segregation.
Me too.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
And I remember the 60s and 70s. And I remember the riots. Everything else that good happened in this world, like landing on the moon and some of these other things. We had a lot of bad things happen with the assassinations. I've seen some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the shit I'm seeing right now is total bullshit.
Yeah.
I often wondered that people who experienced that time in the 60s and the 70s, because I was born in 68, so I had just missed the assassination of MLK and RFK, and, I don't have that in my memory bank. I remember being told about it.
There was something that happened to me the other day. I felt this way for 2 to 3 hours where I don't know what flipped. I don't know what happened, but I was in total peace. I felt such an enormous amount of inner peace, and there wasn't anything that could bother me. There wasn't anything that could annoy me. And I had complete clarity about our world right now.
Wow.
And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but everything is just the way it's supposed to be right now.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
that
no, I don't want to hear it.
everyone,
Yeah.
collectively and individually, are doing what they need to do. And collectively, there is a purpose. I'm not going to say reason. There is a purpose to what's happening now.
Yep.
And we are all doing what we need to do, and everything is on track. Everything is the way that it's supposed to be. And I felt complete peace about it, that I didn't have any kind of anger toward anyone or anything. And this sense of peace lasted for 3 hours. It was like, my God, why can't I have this all the time? And then after it began to wear off, it was like, ah, shit, I'm just a human being right now. A human being that gets angry and irritated and annoyed and everything else.
Do you know what brought it on? What triggered that?
I had no idea.
It wasn't like during a meditation or anything?
No, nothing. It just.
But that's not the first time I've heard what you said, where it's like everything is going as it's.
Everything is going. We're on track. This reality is not exploding. It's not. We're not going into 5D.
I don't even know what that means on my phone.
I don't either.
I don't either. 5K. What is
but
that?
If it happens, it's because it's happening within each person.
Yeah.
The universe has such a great intelligence, and we're just like a bunch of fucking dumb ants down here.
I've had that exact same thing happen to me on numerous occasions. And the very first time it happened was in 2016 when a big event happened in 2016. And I was just absolutely livid over it. And I was in total confusion, and I didn't understand, and I was freaking out, and I was going, oh my God, we're all going to die and all this stuff. And then I remember sitting on my bed, and this calmness came over me, like this utter peace, like I've never felt. Well, I kind of have felt before, but it was just flowed through me, this peacefulness. And I understood at that moment, just like what you said, Sue, that everything was going to be okay, that this is happening. There's a purpose behind this. And then over the years, I've come to realize that the human race is not going to know what they want until they're given what they don't want. And when they're given what they don't want, then they're going to be able to, hopefully, fingers crossed, be able to figure out how to do it a better way. Right? Because we are at this point now where everybody is just absolutely lost. They're just confused. It's like we're living in two different parallel universes. It's weird. The thing that's just mind-blowing to me is how one side can think. It's like we watch the same video, we see the same interview, we experience all the same stuff, yet we see it completely different. And it's like we're living in two different universes. So I understand that this has to play out because we as a human race, and I'm talking about the whole globe here, I'm not just talking about the United States. We as a human race have to figure out what we don't want in order to have what we do want. And this is showing us that. And I think we just have to bear through. And here's another thing. We have to try to stay positive. And I know I get worked up. That's that Latin blood in me. Oh my God. So I do. And I can have a good day where I'm thinking this and everything's fine and I feel at peace with it. And then I have my days when I see something and I get triggered and I'm just freaking going off. So we got to control that because feelings are energy, right? Energy. We're putting out this negative energy every time we have an explosion or we think something bad, and that's feeding the fire.
It is.
And we need to stop feeding the fire. And if we can all together understand we need to keep this in a positive frame, then I think the transition from where we are now to what we want to be is going to be so much easier. So
I think one of the biggest lessons and I don't want to put this in as a lesson.
Yeah.
Let me exchange lesson for understanding. So what we are understanding about ourselves has a lot to do with how we create and what kind of world we want to create and to understand that we participate in our own creation. And like we've said before, everything that's happening globally is the result of human beings.
Yep. 100%.
We did this collectively.
Yes, we did.
This is where we are.
Yes, we did.
And in a lot of circumstances, we've given up our power.
Yep.
Because we want somebody else to take care of things for us.
That's exactly what happened.
And people should be able to depend on their government to manage, not to control, but to manage their country and do what's best for the people of that country.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to our AI talk.
I think we're like way over an hour.
But I like it. I like that we just go off. I just go on different tangents.
We're loosey-goosey. We fly by the seat of our pants.
Exactly.
So
that's just it.
That's the way we are.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah,
I think we're at a good point where we can pull this to a close and maybe continue talking about this in another episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to remind everyone that we do have a Facebook page, so please visit us on Facebook. We do have an email address, but this coming week we are putting a website together. So once we have the website, we will give that out and we will give the email address out. And we would love to hear from you and what kind of subjects you would like us to talk about. And Annalisa and myself are available for mediumship readings. Terry, how are you on the front of being able to talk to people? Do you want to keep it just with ET experiences?
Currently, that's kind of where I'm at for right now.
Okay. So if you've had any ET experiences, UFO experiences, oh man, we would love to talk about that. Yep. If you have had a genuine near-death experience, we would love to talk to you about that.
For sure.
And so we're just building this community. We're very happy to have you here. This community cannot build without you. So if you would like, share, subscribe, tag us, hashtag us. All of that helps us.
But be kind.
Yes. Please be kind.
Please.
Yeah. We're all here learning and we're all trying to understand ourselves and the world.
We don't have all the answers.
At all.
We're just figuring it out just like everybody else.
Yeah.
We're just louder about it.
Yeah, we are. A little bit. I love you guys.
Love you.
Love you. We will see you next time. We appreciate you, love you, and we enjoyed having you here. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If this episode resonated with you, please follow, turn on notifications, and share it on your favorite social platforms. And tag us so we can grow this community together. We love you, we appreciate you, and we will see you next time.